Okay, let's talk blanket stitch. Hi, welcome sewists. I have been just using some stitches to close these little flaps. I wouldn't usually use a blanket stitch for this, but it's a nice little project to show you how to do a blanket stitch. So my thread's coming up out of the side, and I'm gonna go down. I'm kind of making an upside down L or part of a T. If I wanted to, I could put the blanket stitch on this back side. Actually, why don't I do that just so y'all can see it a little bit better because it's on this dark fabric. So I'm going in through the front about a 1/4 inch down, and then I'm going to go out through the back fold. Then I'm going to do some thread management where I turn it around and I pull it over before I pull it through. So I'm making a stitch down and through the fold in the back, and then I'm going to pull it over. So I'm kind of making L's, L. This is great for edging a blanket. This is a great stitch to know if you want to just decorate like the edge of something. It's a really fun stitch for that. And you'll get really good at measuring in your brain like how far apart it is. You can make it wonky and go longer and shorter, and intentionally do it off, but I'd like you to try to do it as evenly as possible here. You could throw a little pin line on here, or pencil line, or chalk line, and then you could have, you don't really want what I had happen, which was I went through the back there. But it is what it is. That's why it's good to practice on projects that aren't as stressful as your big projects you're going to want to work on. So I love these little sampler projects, and I love having a few extra around. I have 2 dogs, and they like to chew on things sometimes, especially our napkins. So I'm constantly repairing holes in our cloth napkins. So I'm going up and over. This obviously is not an invisible closure. This is more of an extra closure where you're going to see it. But it'd be really cool if you patched this onto a project with a blanket stitch too. But once you're working on the actual project, you kind of want to know what you're doing. And this is a good way to learn. Looking good. I'm going to run out of thread. Hopefully I can finish. Oh, I am right at the end. Okay. Push it back, pull it over, and I'm right at the end of the closure too. But that is closured, or closure. That is closure. That's the way you can use a blanket stitch to close something. Okay, there we go. We're done. And I did mess up a little bit here, but that might just need to be part of my getting it onto my big project. I hope that you enjoyed the blanket stitch. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm here a lot, and I really love to get people hand sewing and upcycling their clothing so that they don't continue to send it downstream. Let's wear things that have our fabulous personality as a part of it. Happy stitching!